afternoon, icons, and welcome back to Stayin Iconic, your podcast. I'm your host, Miguel, and today's icon we have.
Nyima. And if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is NYIMAZAI.
Period. You better love her, enjoy her, and her content is phenomenal. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I'm getting deja vu bad. And you know what's so crazy is because y'all won't believe this. I'm gonna give you a little insider view of what is going on. Is last week I actually did this with Naima, and we had a 30-minute interviewing session. You're probably asking why we're here. And it's because I have a little challenge for you.
Okay.
I want to have people be a model today. I go home, baby, the audio was terrible. So, can you hear me now?
Right. You hear us?
So tune in and grab a snack because it's finna be a pack, okay?
Okay, bars.
Literally. Hey, oh my God. I love y'all's aura. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really enjoy you. What's your name?
Levi. My name's Levi.
Elijah
And Levi. So I know you're probably like, what's going on? Yeah, I just know that already based off the faces, I can tell. But I definitely have a reason to talk to you. Have you ever heard of the iconic strut?
What's that?
Baby, that's strutting like a model. Can you agree?
I can agree.
My name is Miguel.
I'm Nyima.
And we want you to join in our challenge today.
Okay.
Okay, so if y'all could follow us outside just for a second. Now that we have them out here, girl, you have to let them know the deets, the info, how it is to be an iconic model as yourself.
Of course. So a little peek into my world. Whenever I'm walking on the runway, it's really just a mindset of there's nobody else in this room. Well, there is, but I'm the baddest in the room right now.
Okay.
All eyes on me.
Hey.
And I don't know, it's just a different confidence that really comes through me when I'm walking, and I kind of just forget about everything else. Like,
is it like one of those things, picture them naked type of feel? Like, that's what I feel like you were trying to get at. I was like, okay.
I mean, if that's what you got to do to feel like you're the baddest in the room, that's what you got to do.
How do y'all feel about it right now?
I think I'm ready.
You ready?
So who wants to go first?
Yeah.
Levi, you up for it?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Period.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little test run real quick. All right, here we go. And I want to see you do your thing. Ready?
Yeah.
Elijah, it's our turn. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am no model. I just walk. So I hope you could do the same with me. Seeing their examples, I feel like I don't know if I can go to that bar. What about you?
Nowhere near.
You know what? But we're still gonna be iconic. So if you want, we could do it together.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? Let's show them off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. We eat, we gave, we're eating. Y'all, no, I'm just kidding. Thank y'all so much for doing this with us. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it takes a lot for a person to just meet people first off, and then join in a little fun activity, especially like this. Not everyone can just be a model. So y'all doing it with us, let us know that y'all already are the models.
Yeah. It was nice just getting out there, doing my thing, and just walking,
Yeah. And I love that you said doing your thing because, baby, at the end of the day, you're iconic.
Okay, yeah. And that's my iconic walk.
Okay, the iconic strut. What about you, Elijah?
I feel good. Could use some practice, but, first time, you always have to take the first step.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. The first step. Yeah. The iconic strut look good on you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much and hope to see you around, okay?
Absolutely.
Looking, from the activity that we did last week, how did you feel about kind of giving that light to Levi and Elijah?
Yes. I feel like that activity.
Right.
I feel like that activity really, like, I don't know, I could tell like it almost made them feel like, okay, I can't, I'm iconic. It's just like an extra boost of confidence,
literally,
of energy. Like, you can do anything. You know what I mean? You're always iconic. And even if you don't have experience in things, it's always good to get out of your comfort zone because you never know what you'll get out of it.
Literally.
So, yeah, that was really fun.
Elijah, dude, whenever we were doing it, I could see it on his face. He's like, this is not
This is
something
not,
for me.
yeah.
But when he did it and afterwards, he was like, yeah, taking that first step. That's all I needed to do. Just take that
Exactly.
first step. And, I love what Levi said. She was like, yeah, that was my iconic walk. Like
Period.
her putting it to the walk, it just gave her that sense of ability or an accountability of being like, that's who I am, and I'm so grateful that we were able to do that for
I
them,
know.
because what you do is iconic,
Thank you.
and you know what? Let them know a little bit about what you do. Let's get into that.
So I am a model. Um, I do shoots and fashion shows. I also had my own fashion show last April. Um, so I'm getting into my creative director bag. I'm also getting into cinematography and film. So yeah, I'm just a very creative mind, styling, fashion design as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that you're able to not only know what you're giving out, but it's like, I know what I bring to the table,
Mhm.
and it's a lot. So eat,
Yeah.
okay? And I think that's great and phenomenal. But I really want to get down to, while you're doing all these projects and using that creative mind that you mentioned, what is the message that you're trying to get out to people? What is it that you do every single moment that you say, my name is on this, and this is what that means?
My message for everyone is always be yourself and do what you want to do. Live your life for yourself because nobody else is living it but you. And I feel like you can honestly do whatever you put your mind to. Like, I know it's a very cliche quote, very cliche statement, but genuinely, truly, whatever you believe is what will reflect back to you in your reality. So, whatever you want and desire, you already have it. It's literally about, it's like, okay, I like to say it's like you have a map
Right.
and the destination is already on the map. You just have to
Mm.
find the route. You know what I mean?
I think I love
Yeah.
that. It really lets you know that you don't have to do too much other than
Mhm.
just put that first step in front of you.
Exactly.
Have the mindset, put that first step in front of you and let it just flow.
Mhm.
And baby, you're gonna meet that X marks the spot,
Exactly. It's inevitable. It's
Exactly.
inevitable.
I definitely, I feel like you kind of hit the nail on it too, that
Mhm.
you're living your own life, and what you put into your life is what is going to be put into you.
Exactly.
So with modeling, I know that can pressure you into a certain mode. It's
Mhm.
like you always have to be this way or seen this way. What mental shift helped you start redirecting your own vision, into what
Mhm.
you want to have modeling be viewed as?
Yeah. Um I feel like for a lot of my life I was kind of always thinking about, okay, how can I show up for others, which is important, but it kind of got to a point where I wasn't really showing up for myself. And you can't pour from an empty cup. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
You're hitting bangers, babe. You're hitting bangers. This is like your second one, babe. Like that was eight. Like, wait, say that again.
so you can't pour from an empty cup, and it's important to pour into others, but you have to fill your own cup first.
Yeah.
You have to put yourself first. You got to come first. And yeah, I think with modeling, it's a tricky thing to get into because it's all about how you're showing. It's all about how you're presenting yourself and how
Mm-hmm.
you're, I guess, being perceived.
Mm-hmm.
And that can kind of be a slippery slope because when you're worried about how you're being perceived, it's almost like you're performing, right?
Mm.
And you're not existing as you are.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, that's kind of the shell I've been coming out of,
Right.
is like worrying about how I'm being perceived all the time
Okay.
because that's not gonna get me anywhere. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And
Right.
I feel like being your true authentic self is it's gonna weed out the people who don't need to be in your life.
Perfect.
So yeah, if
Yeah.
people can't handle you as you are, good.
Right, exactly.
Good.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
dodging bullets at that point,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
you always want to go into something being you, because
Mhm.
you can always change you up, But the thing about it though is when you change you, the outside should change too.
Exactly.
You
Ooh.
know? Okay, like I got
That
it
was
too,
good.
baby.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
And with doing that, you have to have a lot of sacrifice.
Exactly.
And with sacrifice, it could come with setbacks, it could come with pushing forward. What was the sacrifice that you had to do when you were trying to stop people pleasing or getting that validation from others? And how did you create this version of you by doing that? I really want to know, what was it that allowed you to put to the side to become that person that you are now?
I think when you grow up being taught that you have to always like kind of shove down how you feel for the comfort of others, it's scary to do anything other than that when that's all you know. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like, okay, well, what if they don't like me? What if just all these it's really scary when that's what you're used to doing. But for me, I don't know, I just had this moment, and really not long ago, it's March, like 3-4 months ago, where I was just kind of like really deep in thought, and I was just like, well, like, who am I performing for? And
Ooh.
who am I trying to
Ooh.
make feel better?
Yeah.
Like, am I trying to make myself feel better, or am I trying to make you feel better?
Yeah.
And that's not my responsibility. It's not
Oh
my
my God.
responsibility.
I feel like I'm just like falling in love with you. Like that like when you said, who am I performing for? Like that is such a deep umbrella. Like, why am I waking up? Why am I doing this? And why it's like it really lets you fixate on what your true passion and motivation comes from, and you already having that in your mindset lets you know that you're gonna go far. You're gonna go so far, my love. Like I can already tell by your wit and how you push yourself to the max in the best possible ways. You're gonna make it, love. You're gonna make it. I just hope I get to see it. You know what I
Of
mean?
course, and you're gonna be right there with me.
Right. That leads me to the question of, who were your supporters and your family or friends that were there through your upbringing and your upcoming to who you are now? What did that look like? Were you doing it alone? I know not many people have the ability to be like, I had a friend or I had a sister. Sometimes they might even say it was my teacher, so anybody could be someone to support you. And who was that for you?
Honestly, from like a very base level, my like senior / junior year of high school, when I was working at Walmart, I would just get a lot of like strangers come up to me and be like, you should model, da 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 da. Like, because before that, I'd never thought like about modeling at all, ever. So like that kind of planted that seed in my mind. When it comes to like the deeper, like, I can do whatever I want to do and like really pushing myself, I would say that was definitely more of like an internal thing. Like, I really had to look within myself to find that. And I want to add to that, I feel like you always have all the answers within you. I feel like we're always seeking outward, but it's literally all within. It's all within. You just gotta tap in.
You're gonna make me cry.
But
Because it's so true.
It
It's
is.
like the best supporter that you will ever find in your life. It's you.
Exactly.
Because even yourself, you want to see you be successful.
Exactly.
And you want to see yourself grow. So ask that person.
Exactly.
Let them know, like, hey, this is my goal. Take me there.
Exactly.
And sometimes that's all that it takes.
Exactly.
So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Really. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's amazing that you said even the people at Walmart helped.
They did.
I think it's crazy. It's great.
They really did. Because if none of them ever told me those things, I don't think I would be doing what I'm doing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It leads me to kind of, our endings of questions is, what kind of impact do you hope your work has on the people that, follow you and the people that support you and view you?
First off, I think representation is so important. And honestly, I do feel like in the modeling industry, there's been a lot more representation of like dark skinned women, you know what I mean? But There could be more.
Period. Period. I was
There
waiting
could
for
be
you to say
more.
that. I was like, you better
Yeah.
say there could be more.
There could be more. So yeah, I just feel like, to all the little girls out there, I just feel like the message that I want to spread or, put out is, like I said, you can do anything you put your mind to. And don't limit yourself. You're limitless, you're boundless. And all of those things are always assumptions. Whoever has told you in your life that you can't do this or that, that's not your responsibility to carry. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us carry beliefs that aren't even our own.
Right.
But then you kind of carry it as if it's your own, but it's not. So you really have to look within yourself and do the work. Like, it's hard. It's not easy at all. But as long as you're trying every day, there's going to be a day where you're like, wow, I've come a long way. So just keep going, keep trying. And yeah, you can do anything you want. You can do anything.
Well, thank you so much for that. I feel like everybody that I bring on my podcast is so humbling. They're just like the people of the earth. I see the great work that y'all do, but then when I hear you and I see you, it's like, this could be a friend of mine. This could just be a pal,
I love that.
I love that y'all have that energy about you, It definitely lets me ask you this question. What does it mean to be iconic through your lenses?
I think being iconic is walking to the beat of your own drum and living in your truth always, no matter who's watching or who isn't watching. I feel like at the end of the day, when no one is there, who are you?
Ooh.
When no one's there, when no one's around, and it's just you, who are you? And I feel like being iconic is being that person that you are when no one is around, always. Always.
Thank you so much.
Of
I love
course.
you. I'm so grateful you got to come out again.
Thank you for having me.
Again. Literally. Well, to lead us out, you know how we do. Stay true, stay you, and keep staying iconic.
Bye.